Welcome to this episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Area Type tool. Let's make a simple shape. I will select the L on my keyboard for the ellipse tool and just drag an ellipse. The stroke and fill doesn't matter because it will be erased after applying the Area Type tool anyway. So it doesn't matter. Let's make another shape. I selected the M on my keyboard for the rectangle tool and I will just draw two rectangles. Selection tool to move it. Select them both. Shift M for the shape builder tool. Hold the Option or Alt key to delete shapes. If this was too fast for you, you don't know how the shape builder tool works or the ellipse tool, watch my other episodes about this. So selection tool. So we have a very odd shape over here. We have just an oval over here. Let's copy this one with the Option tool and make a strange shape over here. Select them both, Shift M for the shape builder tool, Option or Alt to delete the shape. So we have a shape over here, a shape over here. Let's do one more. Let's go to the polygon tool. Hold Shift to make it straight. Selection tool to move it around. Okay, 4 shapes. If you want to use the type tool, you can select the T on your keyboard. But if you click and hold, you get a few other options. If you want to get the fly out menu, go here till it turns a little darker, release your mouse, and it will give you a separate panel. And the second one is the Area Type tool. You also have the vertical one if you want to have the text vertical instead of horizontal, but I will focus on the normal one for this episode. And if you see, I go over this shape and it will give me a round circle with dots around my type tool. That's because I selected this one and not the normal one. That's a square. Now it's round. And you could use the type tool as well because it's square, and as soon as I go over a path it will turn round. But I like to use this one if I know what I'm going to do. Okay, one thing I want to show you, in the beginning it was a little bit frustrating for me because I didn't understand why this was happening, so it's nice to show you. If you just click in the shape, you will get this error, this message. I click OK. So it's important that you click on the path of your shape. So if I click inside, it will give me an error that you need a non-compound. Well, actually you need something, but you already have that. So if this happens to you, try again and go to the path on the side. Click on the path and you will see it will work. So if I click on the shape, it won't work. But if I click on the path, it will work. As you can see, the stroke and the fill are deleted. I go to the escape to go out of edit mode. And I can still reshape this object. Hold the shift to keep it in proportion. And I will make it smaller. And you can see here the plus. That means that there is more text inside than it can show. You can solve that by making the shape bigger, because you see the just like with the normal tab area type area, you don't scale the font if you scale your object here. I can show you what I mean. If I take the type tool, I can click and now I have a point type. You can see that here, type. Sorry, I need to escape first. I copy one and I can convert this one to area type. Now I can see it. So if I have the point type convert to area and I have the area type, you can convert to point type. So the standard, if you click with the type tool, the normal type tool, you get the point type. And if you click and drag with the type tool, click and drag, it already is a type tool. area tool, sorry, area. So the difference between the two is escape. If I want to scale this one, I only scale the border, the shape where the text is inside. I don't scale the text itself. So I delete this. The same with this one because it's also an area. And this one is the point type, but if I scale this, my text will be scaled. And I need to hold the shift to keep it in proportion, but it will be scaled and your font will be changed. So that's the difference. So you can look at the type tool episode if you want to know more, but just for the difference that you know why the font isn't scaled. So to solve this problem, I said you can scale your shape, so there will be more space for your font. But the second thing you can do is, of course, make your font smaller or change the font, because depending on the font you're using, you see this font is the same size but still smaller. I choose another one, this one, and it's still the same but it's much bigger. So depending on the font you're using, you need to make the shape bigger or make it this font smaller. So choose your font first would be a good idea before you have to change all your shapes. Okay, the same here. You can see it adjusted to the shape you have, but you can still change your shape, and it does the same. The font won't be changed, just the shape. Command C. And if we go to the direct selection tool with A on your keyboard, you are still able to change your shape. And delete an anchor point. And I have another one over here. Delete this one as well. And I'll drag it in. So as you can see, I can completely change the shape as I like. And the text will just be wrapped inside my shape. You can see by the plus here, there is more text than I have a space for. Go to the selection tool, escape, just out and in again, make your text smaller. And now you see the plus is gone, so it's all there. The smaller your shape points are, you see the more difficult it is for the text to fit inside. So you just need to make it smaller here. Let's make this smaller, and this one, and this one, and maybe give it an enter. So as you can see that if you have small words it will fit, but if you have long words it won't fit in the corners. So depending on your shape the text will flow more or less nice. Let's do the last two ones. I go to the area type tool again. That's why this episode's about. If we click inside you get an error, but if you click on the path it will fit inside, and it just took the last font I used over here. And the same with the polygon, it will fit inside. I did escape to go out of edit mode, and you can also make your text align center. Of course all the settings you know from type are still here, so go find your best settings. And also with this one I go to the direct selection tool and I'm able to change my shape like this. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or requests about an episode, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode.